The female physiology is not a footnote. It is foundational. Women are not too complex for medicine. Medicine has been simply too simple for women. What is the cost of ignoring women's biology? We like to tell ourselves that medicine is evidence-based, but for women, that evidence has been incomplete for decades. Modern medicine was built on male physiology as the default. Women were excluded from clinical trials because our hormones were considered too complex, too variable, too inconvenient. And that decision wasn't neutral. It truly shaped every guideline, every risk calculator, every dosing standard that we are still using today in modern medicine. And women are paying the price for that. 2/3 of Alzheimer's patients are women. And for years we were told that it was because women lived longer, and that's an incorrect narrative. Neuroimaging now shows that the hippocampus, the center of our memory, our learning, it begins to shrink during that menopausal transition, often starting even in the early 40s. And that's not because women are aging faster, but because, why? Estrogen is declining. It is not just a reproductive hormone. It is neuroprotective. It supports our synapses, glucose metabolism, and mitochondrial function in the brain. It is essential. And yet estrogen was black boxed for over 20 years, not because it was proven dangerous, but because poorly interpreted data created fear instead of nuance. And it took away the thinking of so many clinicians and how they treated their patients. We denied women a therapy that could have protected their brains. Then we told them brain fog and cognitive decline were normal. That is not medicine. That is neglect. And that same pattern shows up elsewhere. Women make up nearly 80% of autoimmune disease cases, and yet for decades their symptoms were minimized. We dismissed them. Instead of asking why, we blamed stress, emotion, their personality, things that they were going through. And then when women seek care today, they're offered symptom suppression instead of physiology-based solutions. Antidepressants for fatigue, sleep medications for hormonal insomnia, PPIs for stress-driven reflux, or statins for menopause-related cholesterol shifts. Make it make sense. This isn't because women are fragile, it's because the system is shallow. And here's why it makes me angry. It wasn't an accident. Women weren't studied because they were inconvenient. So medicine learned less about them and then blamed women when the outcomes were worse. But now, finally, we're at that turning point. That black box warning is going to be removed. We now understand that menopause is a neurologic transition and that estrogen will protect our brains. That immune difference matters. And if we want better outcomes, cognitively, immunologically, metabolically, we have to stop treating women as an oversight. We deserve better science, we deserve better timing, and we deserve better care.